welcome to another update on Archmage Rises, Game Boon Tree Hugger's favorite game. I am here alone because I had some scheduling conflicts. I'd been traveling out of the country and such, and so I have to record this at a certain time, and nobody was available. Couldn't get a hold of Nick, couldn't get a hold of Michael Hara, and couldn't get a hold of Timo, so it's just me. But that's okay. I just have one thing that I want to say, and that is when Build 11 will finally be coming out. And the date is November 16th or earlier. And now I'll tell you why I think I can make that date. So I'll start with a bit of background. For those that may not know, I own a software company and I worked professionally in software for almost 20 years. And in my software company, I identified that we needed to do something different than the professional services stuff that we were doing, building software for clients, custom design software for clients. And so I talked with the team and said, what if we started a gaming division? And of course, everybody's like, yeah, that sounds really great. But it was actually really hard in order to do that transition. And so in the end, it just ended up being me who was building this mobile game, which ended up becoming Catch the Monkey, which was available for iOS and Android. It's been pulled from the stores because I didn't bother to do all the silly updates that those stores require you to do whenever they have a new iOS or Android version. So you can't get any more. But if you want to use a Google search, you could probably find it and watch the video if you really wanted to. Anyway, so I was working on that game, and I was working on it evenings, weekends, about 10 or 20 hours a week. And I sat down and I looked at how much work was left to do on the game, and it was something like 300 hours just to get the game finished. And I was like, holy cow, it's going to take me 30 more weeks if it's like 10 hours per week. So I was like, I need to do something drastic. Either I do this or I don't do this. And I just need to do something drastic. And so what I did was I decided I was going to go away to my cottage and just sit there for 6 weeks straight, working 50 hours a week, and I would do the 300 hours that was necessary in a big stretch. I'd get away from my family and my regular work and everything, just do that. And so I did that, and it actually worked. I got the game done, feature complete, in that 6 week period. And then I came back and we were able to polish it up and get it released on a bunch of platforms and stuff. And then I went ahead and made no money from it. But that part doesn't matter. The point is I got the game done. And I've just been thinking about how this Build 11 has been dragging on and on and on. And I'm sure everybody else has been thinking about that. And so I just said to my wife, basically because we just went away for a little trip to Orlando because it was her birthday. And that's what she likes to do for her birthday, is go away on trips. So it just keeps taking away time from the game, and this thing just drags on and on. So I said, you know what I need to do? I just need to get away from my family. That's what I need to do. I said, I'm 42 now. I just turned 42 a couple weeks ago, and I'm ready for a midlife crisis. And so here's what I want to do. I am going to leave my family for 4 weeks and go live with Nick and just program, and just get the game done. And then I'll leave Nick's house and I'll come back to you and the kids. And she decided, okay. And that was not exactly expected. But then we had a big hurdle, which was to find out if Nick's wife was okay with me coming and living in their place for a month. Well, actually for 6 weeks. But she said, yeah, okay, you can do it for 4 weeks. And Nick works in a co-working space as part of an indie game dev company. And there's a couple independent contractor stuff there. And so when I was there with him back in July, I was able to work there for a couple days, and I got a lot of stuff done, and it was really helpful. So I'm going to go live at Nick's house and work on the game in a co-working space for a month, and that's how I know I'll be able to get this build out. So it's extreme measures. Nick lives about 3,500 kilometers away from me, and I'm going to pack up my car and drive out there. It's going to take me about 3 days to get there. And that starts mid-October and goes until November 16th. So that's why I can say with confidence that Build 11 will be done by November 16th. Now, I'm not wasting time or waiting until then. I'm continuing to work on it. Now that I'm back home, I'm continuing to work on it, and I think I can beat that date. So that's why I'm pretty confident with putting that date out there. So that's what's happening, and the first thing, once Build 11 is like ready for someone to play, I'm going to take it to the small council. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I've been working on this thing for so long and I'm so close to it and I know how it works. I've rewritten most of the 60,000 lines of code that go into this thing. So it's hard for me to judge if it's any fun at all. And if it's no fun, then I don't really want to push it out to everybody. So I'm going to send it to the 3 people on the small council and see what they have to say. Say, like, it's kind of fun, it's no fun, it's lots of fun, and just get their initial feedback. And then from that, maybe I have to retool a few things or maybe add a few things or whatever to make it better. But then I can push out a release that I'm confident everybody will enjoy. And so that's the plan. If you have any questions or anything, you can let me know. That is the plan. I think it's a good plan. I think it's going to work. And so I will see you all soon. Bye.